going on, Jerome's? So everyone in the mountain is talking about the success of the Minnesota Vikings this year being reliant on quarterback one, J.J. McCarthy, as well as superstar receiver Justin freaking Jefferson, T.J. Hockenson bouncing back, all that stuff, Kevin O'Connell. But, of course, as we've talked about all offseason long, it's got to be about having the meats, right? And the Vikings and Kwesi have done a phenomenal job this offseason doubling down where the Vikings have been deficient in the trenches. And that's... I hate the freaking Eagles, man, but that's definitely a lesson that you can take away from their Super Bowl run. It's like, hey, get an offensive line that's an FUO line, control the line of scrimmage. That's exactly what the Vikings did. Bringing in Ryan Kelly for Bradbury, Will Fries, they'll cross your eyes in for Ed Ingram, and also drafting Donovan Jackson, who is for real, as well as doubling down on pass rushing defensive linemen. Getting home with 4, wanting some more. That's exactly what the Vikings need to do. So it is all about it all starts up front, and that's what the Vikings have done. So offensive line as well as Brian Flores, because you can go with the flow, is going to be very important for the Vikings. Long story longer, ESPN's Ben Solak. So I love Ben Solak. Sometimes his opinions are different, but I like a writer that doesn't just go with the herd mentality. Pun intended. Colin Cowturd. But ESPN, the worldwide bleeder of listeners, viewers, and subscribers. 100 days to the 2025 season. Thanks, no prediction. And there was an interesting little nugget. It just sort of slid all in there. 14 intrusive thoughts. These are things I think, but I stole that from Peter King. I like it. But I do not yet know exactly how to express them. Do not judge me. And, by the way, check out his the entire article. It's really good. It's sort of like old school Peter King, Monday Morning Quarterback, before Burt took over. There are 2 teams that could reasonably project as having the best offensive line and the best defense for the 2025 season, Minnesota and Denver. As such, Minnesota and Denver register as Super Bowl dark horses on my what sort of contender are you scale before I even know anything about their respective young quarterbacks. Now, this is what the 98 Super Bowl is supposed to be. No big deal. Yeah. But for the Broncos, respect. Stupid ass Sean Payton, here pictured here with his best friend, Greg Williams. Douche. 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 Any excuse to play the cool up. All right, so Garrett Bowles, frankly, I think is one of the more underrated left tackles in the game. Ben Powers, coming over from the Ravens a couple years ago, is great. Quinn Mainers is rising up, all-pro guard, the pride of UW Whitewater. Mike McGlinchey is a perfectly serviceable right tackle. Then also, they got backup, Matt Pert. Monday Ward, Tom Sawyer, the pride of UConn, Throckmorton, who we liked coming out of Oregon. I think he went undrafted, but yeah, they have a good offensive line. And how about that D, baby? So the Broncos defense last year led the league in sacks with 63, and the Vikings got after things, and they only had 49. All right, so that's how good this Broncos defense was. And also they had a Greenlaw who's coming back from injury, Hufanga, who's also come back from injury, and then they drafted Jahdae Barron. So, this defense is pretty damn good. So respect there. But for the Vikings offensive line, obviously it starts and ends up front. But Darisaw, once he gets back from injury, Will Fries once he gets back from injury, and this offensive line, Darisaw, Jackson, Kelly, Fries, O'Neal, could end up being one of the better offensive lines in the league. And it all starts up front, being able to run the ball, protecting J.J. McCarthy, keeping this offense on the field, resting that defense. That's all part and parcel. And then, of course, the defense, on my signal, unleash hell. So Allen Hargrave in there, just doing whirling dervish things, blowing up a gap. AVG, Grenard, the 2 starting outside linebackers in the Pro Bowl last year. AVG, second team All-Pro, combined for 24 and a half sacks last year. Diamond Dallas Turner, year 2, growing and showing as well. Cashman, Pace. This defense, so every single year with Flores, the continuity has been great. They've gone from 13 to 5th in points allowed, up from 28th in 2022 with Donishell, and they honestly have a chance to be one of the best, if not the best defense in the league, both getting after things as a pass rushing unit, leading the league in sacks, leading the league in turnovers again, leading the league in pressure rate, and I honestly think that this could be a defense that they write songs about. not the Super Bowl shuffle. Actually, maybe the Super Bowl shuffle, but we're talking about like hymns, oral history that passed on to generations upon generations. We're talking about epics. We're talking about in the classical sense of the word, not the watered down modern version of the word. We're talking about Homer. We're talking about the Odyssey. We're talking about everything. That's what this freaking Flores defense is going to be. Woo! Love to see that, man. So, I mean, even beyond just worrying about Jefferson and the skill position players, if you have defense, if you have a badass offensive line, you can get some things done, right? Regardless of anything else that's going on with the team. So it's all starts and ends up front, and the Vikings have sutured that up. Again, big time props to Kwesi, and you know when the national media is starting to recognize it and just give just a smidgen of praise through gritted teeth, that the Vikings are on the right track. And they're actually doing something right, which is great. Your thoughts are thoughts. ESPN, Vikings, Super Bowl dark horse, question mark? Also, the Vikings would have whooped the Broncos' ass in 98, even though John Randall was hurt. Doesn't matter. Anyways, your thoughts, comment section. He has the best to do. Skol, production value.